Ryan Lee Hansen said, when or if will we ever see Theo back on the pod? What is your current relationship with him now?
Hey, Theo,
Ooh. Big up a disease. Appreciate you.
The new Golden Hour hosts, a cancelled guy who constantly contemplates suicide and another who should contemplate suicide.
Exactly.
Stay for the laughs.
Exactly. Fucking exactly.
be moving to Austin.
Yeah, but I talked to Theo yesterday. He posted happy birthday. Theo's doing his thing, man.
Busy.
He's swamped. Yeah.
They're not being honest again. It's I don't say honest. I guess it's hard to kind of like saying it because you feel bad, but because obviously you don't want to recognize it. But I think what the question's getting at is the fact that Theo hasn't been back on any of their shows since he left King and his thing. He's not appeared even on the Zoom for the fucking 1000th show. He hasn't done a single episode of any of their shows. Mostly T5K. Never been on Golden Hour since the rebrand. Nothing. It feels like to us regular people on the outside looking in that he has now, made his position known, and he's, that chapter's over, and he's keeping himself as far away as possible from these guys. That's what it looks like. There could be, I'm sure they're probably friendly behind the scenes. Theo posts a fucking happy birthday thing about Brendan on Instagram. I'm sure they're still cool, but it seems like Theo doesn't want to be associated with them in a professional manner, in a content space, in any way, shape, or form. That's what it looks like. So him saying, "Oh, he wish happy birthday," it's like, yeah, but you know what people are asking. Like, why hasn't he come back on the show? Why hasn't he even guested or popped back in? Especially when you think about, if you're honest with it, you'd say that this show probably is the one that sort of like broke Theo, or it's the one that launched Theo a little bit on podcast. He was always funny and whatever, but I think his appearances on T5K is what kind of got him going, But he doesn't want to come back.
Yeah.
Busy doing a lot of stuff.
I talked to Theo at least, I'd say 2-3 times a month, probably. Yeah, me and Theo are great. Love that guy. He's crushing it, man.
Crushing it.
Okay. Let's see. Here's another inquisitive one. Art0321 says, what happened with Brendan and Chappelle? Do they still talk? I assume.
Oh, these questions are so good, but they're also really negative, man. Like, you could have actually picked some questions. Maybe sprinkle some of the bad ones towards the end of the show, and then give them some good questions. Like, I don't know, the future of the show. What are you most looking forward to Texas? Like Rogan appearances. I don't know, man. These questions are brutal. Look at Brendan's face.
Assume that's Chappelle Lacey.
Yeah, nothing. Love Chappelle.
I just got a text. I just got a text from him.
I think he's out. He's still in LA, right?
No. You answer it. Look, he doesn't want to answer it. So Chappelle Lacey talks to Brian, but doesn't talk to Brendan. That makes sense. That makes sense. He got passed at the Comedy Store. They didn't announce it. He's doing a residency. No, he's at the Mothership a few times. I think he's going to do a weekend, isn't it? I think he's headlining the Mothership. I think so. Oh. Okay, big up Johnny Sneed. Now, Izzy, stop complaining. This is the level of awkwardness we want. This is making me cringe. I'm not gonna lie. I feel kind of bad for them, man. This is horrible. Sinaj is just like, I feel like Sinaj just pressed copied and paste on all the questions. I feel like Sinaj did no filtering. She just pressed copy and paste. Sinaj is crazy.
He didn't move.
Yeah, he's doing
I think he's
great.
still out, and I love Chappelle.
He's doing great.
I haven't talked to him in a while. I'm not doing stand up. So I used to see him around, the Comedy Store and Improv and Laugh Factory. So I'm not in that world. So
I think people don't realize that when you have kids.
Oh my God, bro! I was about to say it. I bet you Brian jumps in to save him. I bet you Brian sees he's being vulnerable, sees he's kind of feeling bad, sees that his feelings are hurt by the question, or reminiscing about his relationship with Chappelle going away. I bet you Brian throws himself in front of the fucking grenade, and here he is. Sometimes when you have kids, bro, everyone has kids. Everyone has responsibilities. but you can still find some time for people that you love and they're your friends and stuff to talk to them and hang out with them. Like, I'm sure Chappelle hangs out with a bunch of guys who are dads and shit. What's this whole thing about if you have kids? What, you can't do stand-up if you have kids? You can't have friends if you have kids? Like, you can't talk to your old friends if you have kids? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And you're that involved in them. You're not on your phone that much. You're not that out. You're not connected to the outside world. You and I don't even.
What? If anything, parents are on their phone way more when they have kids. Like, that's an escape. Like, what are you talking about?
Really talk when when I'm on the road because you're doing your kid thing. And
I don't. Yeah.
You get older and what
especially
happens
with
is,
like travel ball. Like I'm not on my.
How old
phone
are you
at
now?
all. 42.
When you get older too, you have kids. You're
Honestly, this is hilarious. Wasn't he just doing stand-up 2 years ago? Now all of a sudden he's 42 and it's like the idea of doing stand-up or being around people who do stand-up is completely foreign. Like now it's like a long, far away memory. Oh, this is hilarious. Cope. Just answer it honestly. Like, yeah, I don't see each other too well because, you know, and just leave it there. That the first part of his answer was right. I don't do stand-up anymore, so I don't really get to see him anymore. And unfortunately, we don't really keep in contact as much as I would like to, but I wish him well. Is that really hard to say? Instead of all this like cope and shit, it's like it makes it sound worse.
you don't have, like, I'll talk to my old friends, but there's not a lot to talk about all the time because you're busy.
Exactly, Brendan Mallory. He's acting like his son is a Major League Baseball player and goes across the country to all these games. Exactly. Like, it's just like, huh?
Busy doing things with
It's
your
also
children.
not that interesting. Like, is there anything worse when people are telling you about their schedule with their kids? Like, unless it's your kids or you're on the same baseball team or you're in the same school, you really don't give a fuck.
Right.
You kind of just in your world, and it's not that interesting. Oh, is your kid on travel ball team? Oh, is he in third grade? Oh, is he doing recital? Like, we're all dealing with the same shit. It's not that exciting. But when you're single and you're on the road and you're doing this or you're doing this or you're a UFC fighter, like, there's a lot of exciting shit. I mean, became a dad, like, last night was my birthday. I was asleep by 8:30. Like, I'm not really doing anything that lit.
This is the future.
This is so funny, man. This is so fucking funny. This is so ridiculous. This whole thing is so ridiculous.
You're living the future.
And
This
it's
is-
awesome.
This is someday. This is the future.
It doesn't sound awesome to me, bro. It sounds kind of miserable. It sounds like you guys are alone on your own island with no friends, no colleagues, just Rogan really tethering you to any of that sort of like stand-up podcasting scene. Without Rogan, these guys would be literally on their own, desolate by themselves. I don't know, man. It doesn't seem to be the greatest. Brendan's wrapped his world around his son's baseball team and buying trucks and shit and giving them away. Brian's desperately trying to hang on to stand-up comedy. It doesn't seem like the funnest time in the world to me, to be honest. And now they're both moving to Austin, Texas to try to revive their careers. It's like, oof. I don't know, man. Doesn't sound fun to me.